All right, welcome back. This is week 16 to my first Ironman. This is the training camp countdown, 16 weeks left, October 22nd, 2023 in Sacramento, California. So first things first, man, these weeks are flying by. I can't believe we're at 16. I mean, I know it doesn't seem far from 24, but 16 just feels like, I don't know, like next week. So I've been talking a lot about my physical training, my physical durability, my physical endurance. That, in my mind, is only a small portion required for this race. Again, this is my opinion. This is not something I read. This is not, common. If it is, I don't know. This is just me, my opinion. So if you don't agree with it, then that's totally fine. You have your own opinion. But the physical portion of this race is only a small necessity. The bigger necessity is the mental preparation, the mental endurance, and more importantly, the mental toughness. So I received this email, from Ironman saying that the race is getting close, some bullet points. And the last bullet point said, by now, you should be feeling like a badass. And if you don't, then go back to your goals, go back to your coach, and assess on the why. Which makes sense. But, in my opinion, that feeling of a badass is needed when you sign up for the race. Like, if you're not feeling like a badass and you're already 16 weeks away, then like the email said, why? Why aren't you feeling that? But more importantly, why aren't you already feeling that way? I'm not a triathlete, but I'm a badass. And I don't say that with arrogance. I say that with confidence. I'm an athlete. I'm a versatile athlete. The one thing that I'm good at is learning and participating in something. I'm not the best at it. I'm not the worst at it, but I'm good at it. And no matter what I do, I have the confidence that I can learn it and master it and compete or do whatever I need to do with it, because that's just my personality. So when I signed up for the Ironman, I was already feeling like a badass because I was confident that I had the mental toughness, the physical toughness to finish the race, which I haven't yet. I'm still preparing, but my confidence is there. And if I didn't have the confidence, then why would I be doing all this physical training if I didn't have the confidence? My mind is first. I got to convince myself that I'm confident and I'm a badass before I even sign up, or even before I even do the physical. Again, my opinion. But one of the things that I prepare my mind before I do something is I need to visually or mentally visually put myself at the event. And that's what I do daily, right? I picture myself, racing. I picture myself swimming. I picture myself biking. I picture myself running. I picture myself, being tired. I picture myself, pushing through the fatigue. I'm picturing all of these possibilities during the race because I need my mind to feel prepared. So when the day comes when I am racing and something happens unfortunate that I quote unquote didn't plan for, my brain doesn't panic. My brain then says, okay, obstacle. Let's go around it, right? But if I don't prepare for those things, then you start to panic. Then you start to, to whatever. So the mental toughness is extremely important. And that's the one thing that I always work on, which I don't talk about in these videos. But one of the things that motivates me or helps motivate me is that when I'm running, right, there's something that I tell myself over and over and over, because I don't want to say I'm brainwashing, but I'm manifesting what my goal is. And that goal is, Omar Lima, you are an Ironman. I mean, it gives me chills not only to say it, but when I hear it in videos, when they talk about other people, you are an Ironman. When I was at my friend Larry's Ironman, when I heard, him, the announcer, tell Larry Arnold, you are an Ironman. Like that was the motivation for running. I just want to hear that. Omar, you are an Ironman. Now, I'm already an athlete. I'm already in my mind an Ironman. And now I just need to go through it physically, mentally, but I'm convincing myself every single day that I'm already preparing to hear that. My brain is already responding to, Omar, you're an Ironman. Omar, you're an Ironman, right? Because I'm preparing for that. That to me is the harder part of the preparation, is the mental toughness of preparing yourself and visualizing yourself already completing it. Again, my opinion. So when I'm running and I'm fatigued, that song isn't working anymore, right? I'm manifesting what I want to hear. And I'm not as specific as possible, but I'm specific, right? I'm saying October 22nd, 2023, Omar Lima, you are an Ironman. October 22nd, 2023, Omar Lima, you are an Ironman. And I'm saying it over and over and over as I'm running, over and over as I'm cycling, over and over as I'm swimming. I'm preparing my mind to hear that. That's the mental toughness and the mental preparation aspect of this training. That's what I do. You don't have to do it. Maybe you do it, maybe you don't. But the manifestation of what I want to hear. So I wanted to explain how I mentally prepare for this, how I'm already visualizing myself completing the race. I'm already visualizing myself starting the race, staying healthy, finishing the race, celebrating. I'm already thinking about the video after I'm done with the race. Like all these things I'm already preparing, right? Because I'm confident enough that my preparation is going to help me achieve and complete this race. I have to have that confidence. I can't be insecure going into the race thinking, oh, I hope I don't get injured. Oh, I hope I can do it. Oh my God, did I prepare? No, that's all just noise that I don't need to hear. The noise and the sounds that I'm hearing are the goals being accomplished. So that's me. Give you a little bit of insight on how I think in this dome up here. So hope you guys enjoyed this little breakdown. All right, welcome back to this week's training. I went swimming and recorded myself. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break down the video and give you my opinion on things I need to work on. It's been a while since I recorded, and I just realized that there's some work that needs to be done, some fixing, but at least it's not as bad as last time. But here's the breakdown. All right, welcome back to Film Review. I haven't done one of these in a while, so welcome back. So just as a reminder for the newcomers, back 6 months ago, I hired a coach, Coach Stu, to teach me how to swim total immersion swimming technique. Now this is a great technique for long distances. So for the Ironman, that is the reason that I had chosen this technique. Now, I had hired Coach Stu, I had went to Vegas and had a weekend, had 10 sessions with him, 2 2-hour days and 1 1-hour day, where he was teaching me the basics of total immersion. Now, as I am watching the video, I noticed 3 major things that need to be fixed, and the first one is the elbows. I'm still not lifting the elbows efficiently, especially the left arm. So that's something that I need to work on and have been working on since I've done this video. Now the next thing I'll notice is that my hands are still coming a little close together. I need to widen the width of my arm position. You'll have a better position here because I'm coming towards the camera. See how they're just a little too close together? I need to go a little wider. So that's something I think I need to fix. And again, I've been working on, and I can feel the difference. So when Coach was correcting me in person, wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling that I was doing anything wrong. I could see it in the video. I just wasn't feeling it. Now I feel it. I saw the video. Now I feel it. Now I need to fix it. So that's definitely on the must-do list. And another thing that I see is it might be rocking just a little bit too much. It's not smooth. Might be a different case once I'm in the river and there's a lot more, roughness in the water. So in the pool, I think there might just be a little bit too much rockiness. So that's my breakdown of my swimming. Those are the 3 major things that I see. And I've only been doing this for 6 months, so I'm sure there's a lot of mistakes that the trained eye can see. But for now, I think the 3 things I need to fix are those 3 things. So I hope you enjoyed today's film review of my swimming progress. Yeah, there it is. Wow. I think I swam, I think this was 300 meters. I'm not sure, but I think it was 300 meters back and forth. All right, so I'll leave you with that. All right, welcome back to week 16. Final grading for the prior week, or for this week. All right, we'll start off with the swimming. You saw that I had the film review, and there are some minor details that I need to fix. So I'm really thankful that I got that video done, so I can work on those minor details to fix. So then I can move on to the next little fixes to do. So the YMCA, where I swim. I have a slight love-hate relationship. I love that place. I love the pool. I like the environment. Everyone's cool. But the pool is something that's closed, whether they don't have lifeguards or right now the pump is broken. Again, I get it. Things happen, but it's messing up my schedule, me. It's all about me. No, I'm kidding. No, I love the YMCA, but when they're unavailable, I go to Crunch. And Crunch is a little bit of a further drive. But the one thing I'm thankful about Crunch is that because it's always empty, that's where I film all my videos. So that way I can have film reviews and I can see my progress. I don't even want to touch videos at the YMCA because there's kids involved and the last thing I need is to deal with whatever. So I just stick with where it's empty. So other than minor details, I hit all my workouts needed. So I'm giving myself an A+. All right, so next, the cycling. Cycling, I hit all my time, all my miles. So I'm giving myself an A+. Doing great. Let me see, is there anything I can review on the cycling? No? Right now, again, it's just my legs are feeling good. My cardio is feeling good. My average speed is feeling good. I still need to find somewhere that I have just a long straightaway. So when I have to do those 100 miles in September, I'm thinking of going somewhere like in Vegas or Utah, somewhere where there's just road, you know? And I just need to feel something long distance. Right now, there's a lot of stop and go, which is good for my leg strength, right? But I need something consistent and long term. So that's something I need to research and find out where I can cycle. Oh, and, okay, all right, so a couple weeks ago, I discussed that I need to learn about my bike. And I'm learning a lot about my bike, so that's good. And one of the things I needed to do was I need to learn to change my tire, just to make sure that I am comfortable breaking down, the tools that I need. Again, if something happens during the race, I'm not panicking. I know exactly what to do, get it done, and continue. So I've been waiting for the right time. I missed the opportunity when Lissy's dad was here. People visiting, the last thing you want to do is work. So we just kind of missed that opportunity. And I really didn't want to break down my bike for no apparent reason. So I've been kind of waiting for something. So something has happened. My back tire is losing air. It's not flat and it's not losing a lot of air. It's just one day I started to cycle and I looked down, I'm like, hey, I almost have a flat tire. So I got it pumped up, and several days later I looked at the air and it's slowly decreasing in air. So I need to take care of that. So this would be a great opportunity for me to break down the bike, change the tire, all that good stuff. So that's probably going to be next week. I keep saying that, but I really need to do that sooner than later because 16 weeks goes by quick. So that will be upcoming. And the run, I am feeling good. I had a cycle and a run, and my body felt good. Unfortunately, it was a 2-hour bike ride and a half-hour run. And, I've been running hour and a half, hour and 45. I've ran up to an hour and 50 minutes just a couple days ago. So my mind is already starting to prepare the endurance of time. But when I had that 2-hour bike ride and a half-hour run, I was feeling good first 20 minutes, and then my body's like, oh, I'm almost done. It's only half hour. I don't have to do another hour after this. So I started to feel myself getting lazy mentally and started getting lazy physically. So I really need to be careful on not allowing myself to kind of skate through quote unquote a shorter or an easier run. So I need to change that mentality, because again, I'm like, minute 20, minute 25, I'm like, okay, maybe I can walk a little bit. No, it was just, yeah, I got to change that. The one thing I am proud about is for the last 6 weeks I've been running, I have yet to stop and walk. One of the plans, again, it's a goal. I know it's difficult, but one of my plans is I don't want to stop during the run portion of the race. So I'm just putting into my mind and enduring these runs without stopping. And what made it really hard was this week we had a little bit of a heat wave. So I was running in 95-degree weather. Yeah, not comfortable, but that is great for the mind and just grinding it out. So that was a good test, and it was good. So A+ on the run. All right, so last week I also said that I had my final purchase for the race. There was an extra expense that popped up, and I didn't mind spending a lot of money on this expense, and I'll tell you why. About 20 years ago, I was hanging out with my friend Larry, the guy who actually influenced me on running an Ironman. We were talking, and I was telling him a story, and I remember the story was, he was taking a big interest in the story, and he was really, asking me questions. And then he asked me, he goes, all right, so let me see the pictures. I'm like, pictures of what? He goes, story, like, where are the pictures to the story? Like, don't you take pictures? I'm like, pictures? And mind you, this is 20 years ago. So this is like in, the early 2000s. So camera phones and just in general, cameras were just not as popular as they are now. So taking pictures was still on the rare side generally. And I'm like, pictures? Man, I ain't photogenic. Like, I got no pictures. And he's like, but just think of the story, how much better it would be if I can see what you're talking about, because it sounds amazing, but like I want to see pictures. I'm like, this guy. I never thought of that. Yeah, I'm photogenic. I'm not very photogenic. Just didn't like pictures. But there's like all of my 20s, there's like no pictures. Well, even from my 20s in my high school, there's not that many pictures. I feel like, man, I can't. I'm telling an incomplete story if I am telling my life story. I have just big gaps. So, when in my 30s, when I traveled, I took a lot of pictures. I really took advantage of taking pictures because I wanted memories. And those memories are just, because I have the photos, they're just fresh in my mind. I feel like it would happen yesterday. There's certain people I haven't spoken to in 10 years, but I guarantee you if I spoke to that person, in my mind, or that person or those people, in my mind, it's probably feel like it was yesterday because my memories are so vivid. So what I decided to do was I decided to purchase or hire a videographer to film my Ironman race day. I want to have that memory of that day. It's my birthday gift to me. So when I tell that story, I have a video to go along with it. So I'm super, super pumped. I'm really excited that everything is falling into place. The hard work is being done. I'm speechless, so I'm just riding this wave. This wave has just been amazing. And I just can't believe that we're just 16 weeks away, 15 now. So yeah, the wave's coming. And I hope you guys are enjoying my journey to my first Ironman. And real quick before I end, I was watching this video of this guy in his Ironman journey, and he was talking about, just they were recording his day, him getting prepared a couple days before the race, checking in, registering, all that stuff, bike, parking. And he was talking to the camera and he was saying, like, the next time I run a race, I won't have what I'm feeling today. Like, I won't ever have this feeling again because, I'll have experience on doing it. But this excitement, this, of the unknown and the anxiety, all those things that he was talking about, he's like, I'll never feel this way again about running another Ironman race. That like really, really hit me. Like when I run the next one, the videos won't be like this. Like, this is just documenting my journey through this experience, the first experience. I won't ever feel this again because I have experience. So the documentation is, to me, is the most important thing. And it's covered. So now it's just riding the wave all the way through the race. So we'll see you next week.